It's a first alert weather day because most of western Colorado woke up to snow in backyards this morning. And a live look outside Grand Junction, waking up to some damp roadways. A lot of that snow didn't stick to the pavement, but it did stick to some of that vegetation. But there's definitely some slick roadways, maybe some ice to be careful of. The Grand Mesa has been seeing active flurries for the last few hours, and there's a nice blanket of snow across the Grand Mesa. Central Meeker, the same situation, some frosted trees, and then Highway 50 in Delta, we're definitely seeing some snow piled off to the side of those roadways, but we're also seeing some slick roadways, especially as that moisture is frozen from overnight. So take it slow this morning and remember to grab a jacket. It's not exactly the warmest of mornings, but along with those wintry trees we have outside, we have some colder temperatures. At the 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour, we're not gaining any temperature there. We're only sitting at about 29 degrees. And by noon, you're expecting to be about 35 degrees. And we could see a few more flurries on and off throughout the day. But for the most part, the bad or snowy weather is behind us. We're not worried about much more of it. The National Weather Service will continue with winter weather alerts for a few more hours, or at least for the remainder of the day for some areas. But all those areas are the high country where they're getting significant snowfall. And by the end of the snowfall from days past to present, there could be up to 10 inches accumulated at some of those mountain resorts, which is wonderful news for those skiers. But we are seeing a lot of these resorts or these warnings stick around until 2 a.m. or at least 5 p.m. for the I-70 area, Vail Pass, and some of the northern mountains. So again, those will stick here, but most of the moisture is done with us down in the valleys and done in western Colorado. We'll be handing it off to the other half of the state. But our temperatures are still not very warm, so again, grab a jacket today. In Meeker, we're only getting to 32 degrees at the 3 o'clock peak hour. In Grand Junction, 37, and in Delta, about 38. Montrose should be about 34, in Cortez, 35 degrees. But the overnight lows, they are cold, and they're cold in response to all of the active weather we've been seeing. Grand Junction, 20 degrees tonight, same with the Delta area. Montrose is expecting to be right around 17 degrees, and Cortez should be at 17 degrees as well. Even Dove Creek hit 16 degrees, but Meeker is down in the single digits. Same with Rangeley. We're looking at 9 degrees in Rangeley and 7 in Meeker. Up towards Ridgeway and Telluride, we're in the single digits tonight again as well. So remember to stay warm. And in Grand Junction, again, we're finishing off that snowfall this morning, but we aren't expecting much more turbulence in the future, at least not until we get to Friday and Saturday. We're tracking a new smaller storm system, but overall temperatures will be increasing by that point. Montrose sees a very similar pattern. We're finishing off snowfall, but we could see a new storm system pop up by Friday and Saturday. We are tracking to see if that does grow in size, but for the most part, our temperatures will restore back to normal or a little bit below average as we speak. And in the Delta area, we are also below average in terms of temperatures, but as far as the weekend goes, we could see a small storm. We'll have more information on that as it gets closer, but the sun will be out a whole lot more, which should be nice. And Cortez is a little bit drier than other locations as this storm system did come from the northwest, but we're looking at 35 degrees on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday 38, and Friday about 41 degrees with sunshine returning to Cortez.